And how you doing, bros? This is Hunter010, and today we're playing Fallout Shelter. This is an awesome game. It's actually free on Google Play and iOS App Store, so I recommend that you get it. It's an awesome game, and today we'll be covering we'll be actually taking a tour of my vault, and I'll also share some of the tips I learned from this game, and some tips, some tricks, and a little bit of this actually will be a little bit of gameplay. The gameplay is pretty much static because there isn't much, for you to actually be doing. I mean, you just build a underground base, which is called a vault, and that's pretty much all you do. You have those people in here who are dwellers, so the characters are called dwellers. Your goal is to make this whole base, and have it always supplied with resources. Now, resources that you use, there are three basic resources, and those are electricity, food, and water. You gotta keep, a high amount of those in order for your dwellers to be happy. Here's your levels. So that's the basic, of the game. You also have caps, which are an in-game currency, and that in-game currency you spend it on building new stuff and upgrading your rooms, a lot of things actually like that. And there are actually kind of two types of rooms. There are production rooms, which are used for producing those resources. Rooms like this one, it's for electricity. There's this one for food, and there's this for water. So those are the basic ones. You also have those living quarters, which are actually raising the amount of people that your vault can take. And then, those dwellers, they're called dwellers throughout this whole game. So anyway, the setting of the game, that there's actually a new war going on, if you're not familiar with Fallout series. So anyway, after those nuclear blasts and stuff, everything is packed with radiation, and those are the wastelands right here. You can send people to the wastelands to explore and bring you some cool stuff, but more on that later. So right now there are those production rooms. You can also produce those two type of items, which are called, this is the stim pack, and this is the RadAway. Packs are basically for healing your characters, but if they are high on radiation, those characters, then you won't be able to heal them throughoutly, so you're gonna need a ray first to heal them from the radiation, and you'll notice like a little red bar right in your health bar. So when you use those, you heal them of that red bar. There's only one black, which is actually depleted energy bar, and you can heal them using stim packs. As you can see, I have maxed my storage for stim packs and RadAways. Other than that, your characters have those special stats, every one of them, like strength, perception, endurance, charisma, intelligence, agility, and luck. So as I said, there are two types, those rooms, and there are those training rooms. Those training rooms is where your character improve their stats, which I already mentioned. So you have those stats, you can improve them, because many of them you find here won't have naturally high stats. They're not going to be like super talented. So in order to get characters who are super talented, you're going to need to open a few of those lunch boxes. Now, lunch boxes, you can get them in the beginning, you can get quite a few of them, but later they will be quite rare, unless you're going to buy them with actual money. Those are the in-app purchases. Other than that, this game basically works on the dwellers you have. The more dwellers that you can build, more dwellers equals a bigger vault and a better vault. So new dwellers mean new rooms, so you should try to get a lot of those. Now there are two ways to get that. You can get them by putting a male and a female dweller into a barracks, a living quarter. After some time, they might get a baby. The female character will get pregnant, and later you can get a baby. Baby will also take real time to grow, like 2 hours or something. I can't remember right now. And after it will be normal Dweller who can be used to produce stuff, produce resources, or can be sent to the training rooms, or to send them to explore the wasteland. Now, exploration, you can send people there who are, well, you should send people there who are like the highest level, have the highest level, because their level determines how much health they have. So they will be more likely to survive. Also, look for characters who have like the highest stats from your characters, because every stat helps. I've read somewhere that luck helps them to find more things on their journey, but all of the characters influence how will your all of those stats influence how the character fare there, how will be surviving there. So the longer you leave the character for exploring, the less are the chances that he's going to survive. However, if you have a well-equipped character, he can survive like the whole night there. Now, the amount of time he spends there exploring, it's gonna take him half of the time to return. So if he has been exploring for, let's say, 2 hours, it's gonna take him 1 hour to return. I've sent this Dweller overnight, and in the morning I pressed for him to return, so he's still returning, and he'll be there back in a minute. So this is the amount here of stim packs and radaways I have gave him. He uses these by himself, to heal himself and stuff. The more he has, the bigger the chance to survive is. He also has here caps, the number of caps right down here. Now here we got all the things that he found. Now those things are basically armor and weapons. I would recommend that you equip every one of your Dwellers with armor and weapon, because an armed Dweller is a good Dweller, because there will be a lot of some dangers or something happening, like raider attacks and stuff like that, and your Dwellers will automatically defend themselves, but they have to be equipped with a weapon to actually be able to kill off the invaders or something. Also equip them with armor, because their armor, actually their outfits, always can increase their stats. Look for stats like those kind of like laboratories. They need high intelligence, so equip them with lab coats, and you'll reduce the time it takes them to produce an item they're working on. Also, one of the ways was, as I said, to send a female and male character and make a baby, and the other way is to make radio stations. As you can see, I have actually called in from the wasteland another Dweller. Now, in the beginning, you'll get a lot of Dwellers coming in on their own, but later there won't be any, or they will be really rare. So the best thing to do is make a radio station, put in a lot of people with a high charisma, and you'll see results. As you can see, it takes them like 2 hours to call them up, but it's worth it. Sometimes they'll come by itself. You just see, okay, I almost accidentally sent this dude. So, what we're gonna do is oh, and here's our dude. We're gonna send this Dweller in. He's gonna be assigned to something, I don't know what. Let's see his stats. Okay, he's pretty average and everything, so we'll send him to do some of the training. We also got Ethan Drake, who's actually my highest skilled, highest level Dweller, who I sent to do pretty much everything. You should also aim to use your best Dwellers, to use them on your exploring missions. Also equip them with the highest stat outfit and weapon you have. So here you can see how much powerful my tuned Gatling laser is than all other weapons I have. I have gotten it in a lunchbox. As I said in the beginning, you will get a lot of lunchboxes. I don't know, I got a lot of them, like 3 or something, and each one of them has those caps, some items, and you can find those really rare items such as this tuned Gatling laser, and you can also find this rare armors and outfits. So that's how I found this extremely lucky formal wear, which is giving him 7 points in luck. he's really bad, and I've got like only one. Also, you can get dwellers in those Lunderboxes, which are always more skilled than your other dwellers, and I recommend like to make babies with those, because the babies will have higher natural stats than if you made a baby with normal two dwellers. Now we're gonna send this dude to train his, I don't know, let's train his perception. Oh, this dude's coming out. I guess I haven't built big enough rooms for this. Yeah, also another tip is that you always link up your rooms together, like, I don't know, like I did here, like there are maximum of 3 rooms. Those combined rooms will make a lot more than your single room. So if you make one room at a time, like here and there, is not gonna be a good, like, there's a better efficiency if you just build them together. So you should aim for that, make those rooms connected, because you'll get a higher amount of resources about just about everything. So look for that. I have built single rooms I don't use that much, like those training rooms. Like, I don't have enough dwellers to send there, so I have built a single room everywhere. So when they go to train, I always send like a one dweller. I don't send them all at the same time, because you gotta have someone who'll keep this whole base running, who'll be making resource. Now I recommend you to not have people here guard as this dweller right here is, because they basically aren't doing anything. They're just walking around, and their stats aren't improving, and they aren't producing anything, so they're basically just hanging around. And in case of a raider attack, I could recommend that you have like 2 well-equipped dwellers somewhere to close. I always use two of these two guys, and I send them right when this happens. It'll take some time to break in for the raiders, and I send those 2 guys right here to this advanced vault door. They will go there and fight, and it always works. None of my dwellers has died so far. And I don't know, I'll be making more updates with my videos when my vault grows, because it's gonna take forever to like play this game right now, because it's a time-based game. It's a time management. I'm gonna have to leave it now, and I don't know, play it in like a few hours or an hour to collect the resources. It's a game that requires constant checking in to collect your resources, to check out what other people on exploration are doing. Now, this is a great game, really, and the only like cons that it have is that disadvantage is that there's not a correct ending. I have read added, so like there is no way to complete this game. You just keep building your vault more and more, and I don't know, like there's not a one certain objective to do. There are objectives though, which you can find in your Pip-Boy. And as you can see, there's a Lunderbox here. You should always aim for those objectives with Lunderboxes, because I already told you how good Lunderboxes are. Also, playing daily will grant you, a Lunderbox at the end of the week, so you should also try that. It will give you caps on a daily basis, and it will be based, the amount of caps is going to be based on how happy your dwellers are, so try to keep them happy. And an employed dweller is a happy dweller, so try to keep them all employed and doing something. Don't leave them, there. Oh, here we go, an invasion, great. Just show you guys. So as you can see, invasions happen, but your dwellers are well equipped. They'll easily take them out, and they also earn some experience on the way. So it's a really good thing to have all of them equipped. Also build your storage rooms and upgrade them to have more of those items to be able to fit here for new dwellers who will be coming either through your radio calls or by simply, mating 2 dwellers to make babies and stuff. It's up to you entirely what you prefer. Although this the baby method is actually a lot faster, I think, because you can send a lot of dwellers and make a lot of, you'll have a lot of those pregnant dwellers, and they can still do their jobs. The only downside is that those pregnant dwellers tend to always run away from danger. They always run away from danger, so if you get an attack or something, those dwellers will not even try to fight, even if they are equipped with weapons. Also, kids will always run away from a fight, from a danger, whatever. You can sometimes get a fight or something, so they will always run away from that. Other than that, well, this is a great game, you know. I don't have any more comments on it. I'll maybe make more videos of it when my base grows significantly. Right now, there's nothing more to show you, guys. So I have told you some of my tips and advice how to make your base work, and I think you should have no problems if you do. Like I told you, you can find your own method. I don't know, do whatever you want. Just keep them happy always, cause I don't know, I found that it kind of affects them in a lot of ways. And about the exploration thing, well, I don't know. Some people have said to not send them out on nights because they always end up dead. I also had a friend who plays this game and he sent a dweller out overnight and he found him dead in the morning. But that's also not something to worry about if you have a lot of caps, because you can always get them back, you know, using caps, or you can revive your dead dwellers. But I have never had a dead dweller because, I don't know, if you have a well equipped and a high level dweller and a high stats, he's not gonna die. You can leave him overnight. Although it would be better to send him, you know, like, I don't know, like over a day or something. It's all the same to me. I don't know. I guess almost the same results every time. Either I send him over the day and make him return during the night, or send him to explore during the night and return him in the morning. It's all the same actually. So that's about all of it. I don't know if I have missed something. Yeah, I should also tell you guys that there's a Mr. Handyman thing called, it's called like a robot helper, and it's called Mr. Handyman, I think, or Mr. Handy, I don't know. Anyway, his purpose is to collect those resources, you know, those things have to be keep on. He would be collecting them for me, but I don't know how to get him still. Maybe from lunchboxes or something. He has been added in an update and I really still don't know how to get him. If I get him, I'll make a video update. I'll put him in my next video. So for now, I think I covered all the basics of this game, how it works and everything. It's basically a time management. You gotta have those production done right. You know, you always have to get your resources. You can send your dwellers to explore. And that's pretty much it. I don't know if I missed something, forgive me. And that's it. So goodbye, stay awesome as always. Have a nice day. Hit a subscribe or button. Hit a subscribe button or like button, whatever you want. If you don't want to, it's okay. Maybe leave a comment, share your thoughts, what you want me to make next videos about. You know, I'll be open for any ideas. Like if you have any Android games to recommend to me, I'll be happy to accept these advices, and I'll make videos like that. So anyway, finally I have to go, so goodbye, stay awesome, have a nice day, and see you later.